fans would not want to miss this one. They were there when the gates opened as the 8th-ranked Georgia Bulldogs pay a visit to Marietta, Georgia to take on the homestanding Kennesaw State Owls. Robbie Burnett, just telling you about him, up here at the dish against Daniel Powell for the Owls, and he swings the second offering quickly down 0-2.
If a pitcher shows that he can throw it for strikes.
1-2 in the zone and popped up to the left side of the infield. Donovan Cash in foul territory and one away.
Avoid that here in year number 2 in the red and black.
Fights off the 0-2 into left field, and that falls in for a base hit. 0-1. Chopper back up the middle, fielded nicely at second base. The relay to first and the double play. Cooper Williams getting the start at second. Ball quickly finds him, turns 2 to Cam Sudo, and the inning comes to a close.
Or the sinker guy, and that I think usually plays out pretty well.
Sent back up the middle. Black playing at second base. Cole hustling, and he beats it out for an infield single.
Tapping for the guys behind him.
1-1 falls in for a base knock. Cole rounding second base. He's headed to third. Here's the throw, and it comes in late. The Owls are on the corners with back-to-back singles in the first. There goes Cash again. 3-2 pitch smacked in the air to right field. Burnett back at the warning track makes the squeeze, and Cole can jog home as Kennesaw State strikes first against UGA. Further. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Colton Smith picks up the strikeout. Nate Anderson as Cash takes off, pitches upstairs. Here comes the throw down to second base, and Cash is out at second.
If he can stay right here, he'll be in good shape.
Well, he stays right there on the 1-2 and registers a strikeout of Hunter to begin the second inning.
They just look so much put together right now.
Pops up the 2-2 out to shallow right field. Anderson running on, calls off Williams, and the Owls have 2 away here in the second.
Let's see if Powell can help him make it mean something here.
And bounces into 3-2.
Just to be able to take that changeup away from him.
3-2 is upstairs, so Powell loses the 0-2 count.
It's good pitches just down or just off. Makes it really, really tough, just like that one right there.
And Powell again ahead 0-2, cannot finish off the Georgia batter. So the bags are full as the 9 spot steps up. Thanks to walks, all with 2 outs. 2-2. Grounds this one left side of the infield. Cash picks it up, hesitates, throws the stretch, and it's in time. Sudo with the stretch, and Georgia's unable to capitalize on a bases loaded situation.
Talk about it right then and there.
Nate Anderson back up and dribbles it up the third base side. Alford with the pick, and the throw is late. Kennesaw State begins with an infield single once again.
Here.
Runner goes in the 1-1, and it's sent to right field. Trouble with it. And a sliding grab made by Burnett in right field as Anderson hustles back to the bag.
But we talked about it with Coach Johnson.
As Brooks strikes out Smith with 3 pitches and picks up the second out.
Kennesaw State, he gave him that belief,
Runner
and he
goes.
stuck with it.
Throw down, Anderson sliding in, and he's there safely. Second base after the steal. And Posey's able to draw a 2-out walk. And he takes this one out to the gap in left center field. It's down for a base knock. Anderson rounds third. He's in to score. And McDuffie with a 2-out RBI single extends the Kennesaw State lead. 2 on and 2 outs. Lefty on lefty. Swings at the first offering, and Cole smacks it into right field. Burnett cannot handle it. Aaron Posey in to score for the Owls. Cole on his horse into third base. Cole with a big turn, and he holds up there. Chris Cole brings in 2 more with this swing of the bat.
Big hit by Chris Cole. As an outfielder, you want to try and stay on your feet unless you know you can, but for sure catch it, because this is what it leads to. 2 runs crossing the plate, and I thought when that ball got by him that Chris Cole might have a chance for an inside the Parker, and I'm a little surprised that Brad Tyler didn't push those buttons as the Kennesaw State third base coach.
I'm sure he'd like to be able to stay in the zone a little bit more, but it seemed like he was pretty amped getting into this game. I know he's pitching a injury and setback in my career.
1-2 over the top in the dirt. And Georgia is able to end the inning in the second. Kennesaw State scores 3 in the inning.
Pinson changeup.
0-2. Cannot there, swing and a miss. Pinson takes him upstairs, and Burnett retired on 3 pitches.
Effective, and that changeup will be much more deadly.
Can't find the zone here on a 3-2 count, and Georgia draws a 1-out walk. Couple of turns, the 1-2. Grounder back at the middle. Chance for another double play, but it's bobbled by Williams, and he's able to get the out at first.
Guys to be able to do something collective together.
3-2 swing and a miss. Smith Pinson pulls the string and grabs the strikeout, which concludes the third.
It's like he needs to come in and do some damage.
Swings and misses at the 0-2, and Bird comes in with a punch out for the Bulldogs.
Probably behind him and give him some runs and take a little bit of pressure off of him. Things will be better.
Well, Justin Bird feeling no pressure right now. Back-to-back strikeouts as Anderson is down swinging.
Mound. And so they're just very consistent and a good, looks like a changeup right there to freeze him.
3 up, 3 down. Bird out of the pen, strikes out the side.
So good at what they do.
1-2 cut on and missed. Pinson gets Alford fishing to begin the fourth.
Pitcher, and it's very deceptive and tough to lay off of. A few scouts, and they helped my draft stock go up a little bit.
Smith Pinson continues Charlie's broadcaster jinx after the strikeout of Alford with back-to-back walks. So
Plate umpire wants him. He's throwing some balls at the top of the zone.
Grounds this one through the right side. Runner waved around third base. Obi touches home plate, and Georgia scores for the first time in the ball game. This time the Bulldogs take advantage of runners on base via the free pass.
Here tonight.
And bounces that one away. Runner from third charges home, and Georgia scores for the second time in the inning.
Point and pounding the strike zone again.
Changeup as effective.
Robbie Burnett has it plunked. Another 0-2. Swing and a miss. Gibson out of the bullpen with a big punch out of Trey Phelps. 2-2 count from Gibson. Swing and a miss. Gibson jacked up, racing off of the mound, out of the bullpen, back-to-back Ks, and the Bulldogs leave him loaded in the fourth.
The record breaker.
3-2 cut on and missed. So
fun for them. So it's always fun to be able to go and watch some top elite college athletes. And yeah.
1-2 delivered towards right center field, and what a snag by the center fielder McCarthy, chasing it down in the gap. The long stare down, now fires. Fly ball left field, still carrying, and that one squeezed by Jamari Brooks. One away, Kennesaw State. 1-1 sliced over the first baseman. Pseudo backed up by Williams. Duke Blue Devil and ACC tournament MVP. And he draws the walk, so 2 on with 1 out.
He's obviously seen the ball pretty well tonight.
0-2 right in the zone. Gibson with his third strikeout.
More in this at bat.
2-2. Strike 3. Renfro out of the pen, freezes the pinch hitter Adams, and again strands Bulldogs on the bags. This time 2 left here in the 5th.
With Truett McConnell, he had a .29 ERA his senior year in high school. Much better.
Donovan Cash up at the dish. Cole takes off to second base. Here comes the throw, and he's in safely.
Guys in.
Swing and a miss on the 1-2. Radke dials up the heat and picks up a strikeout here in the 5th.
Longest Brandon Marsh. Mine's a little bit more curly than his is.
2-1. Cash gives it to Ride, deep out to right field, and it's dropped out there in right. Burnett can't get it off the wall. Cole over to third base, and he hangs on there. Cash with a double off the wall in right. 1-2. Waved on, picked up by the catcher, and Hunter throws him out.
Running and let it all be forgotten.
0-1 fights it off the hands, a blooper towards first, and a nice stab by Adams, who came on as a pinch hitter.
See big command jumps as well.
2-2 could not hold up on that juicy offering from Renfro to begin the sixth.
I'm going to be able to put the ball out of the ballpark.
Underneath that one to center field. Cole drifting in, now back, and there's 2 away.
It's a tip from the pitcher.
Could not pick up that heat from Renfro. Dials up the fastball and strikes out Phelps near the hands.
Here at Georgia.
0-2 to Holstein, tapped back at the middle. Second baseman Black with the field. Adams on the receiving end, and a 4-3 putout begins the Kennesaw State 6th inning.
Stevens.
1-2. And Brooks is down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Aaron Posey up out of the 8th spot. And grounds this one to the third base side. It's a fair ball, stabbed at over there by Alford. And Posey's over at first base with one of the most interesting infield singles that you'll see. 6th inning. And brushes him up inside.
Just to the roster that'll go in place next fall.
Cole grounds this one to the right side, stabbed by Adams. Stevens there to cover just in time.
But that's probably some gamesmanship on Johnson's part as well.
Renfro playing no games here to start out the 7th with another strikeout. Another 0-2. Swinging a line drive past the shift as it rolls into right field. A 1-out single for Hunter out of the 4 spot. And Georgia brings up the tying run here in the 7th. Since the 4th inning. As Renfro slings it back over to first and he's out. Hunter out on the pickoff attempt.
What timing right there. Being able to look at him the whole time.
1-2. Swing a fly ball, crushed deep out to left field, and a solo home run for Slade Alford. How big is that pickoff?
I think there's some tensions flaring right now. Alford stood up on that pitch, on that slider that was hung. I see a lot of chirping going on a bad pitch, but it's I don't know. He wanted to run, but wanted to watch it too, and the point of the finger, it's just tensions are flaring here tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's 44 degrees in Marietta right now.
And with that cut ride, that's a tough pitch to stay on.
Can't do it there. Rudy out of the pen with a strikeout. 3rd time that's happened for Kennesaw State tonight, where a reliever steps in and strikes out a Bulldog to end the frame.
Stay short, stay within your approach. Get the bat on the ball, that's the biggest thing.
Spray to second base. Black fields cleanly, 1 away. Down at 3-1. Chastain deals and misses.
Don't just wait to see the ball before it's pitched.
Runner takes off. Here comes the throw down to second base. The tag, and he's out.
He's okay.
3-1 now to Pseudo, and that's upstairs.
Competitor.
And that one gets away from the catcher. Pseudo into second base. The throw down is late. Another 3-2, and Anderson's down swinging. Davis Chastain fired up and chirping afterward.
Home to see what my heart rate is for these guys.
0-1. There's a drive deep out to right field, and we're tied up at 4. A leadoff home run for Ryan Black knots up the ball game here in the 8th.
Territory you don't want to throw into a left-handed hitter. Down and in. Bo Rudy's fastball is most effective up in the zone, which is different than you see from most pitchers. You preach want to be down, want to be down, want to be down. Bo Rudy's a guy who gets a lot of swings and misses with a fastball up in the zone like we saw for the last out in the 7th. Now,
Rudy's 2-1. Back at the middle, McDuffie with the field. The throw back to first, and Sudo cannot hang on for the double play. Deals to Burnett. Swing a fly ball, well struck but playable to right. Anderson sliding over in right field, and there's 2 gone. On a leadoff homer by Black. Ground ball in the infield. McDuffie at short, loops the throw over. Sudo applies the tag, and the inning comes to a close.
Your game after.
3-2, called strike 3.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
0-2 to Jamari Brooks, swing and a miss. Posey looks to keep it alive here. Skies the 2-2. Out towards second base. Black drifting back, and the 8th inning comes to a close. Black beginning with a home run and secures the pop-up. We go to the 9th, 4-4 our score from Marietta. During that at-bat is when Johnson was ejected. Swings at the 1-1, sends it in the air. Shallow center field, a triangle of Owls. McDuffie reaching out, and no one can get to it. Clavon at second base. A leadoff double for the Dogs here in the 9th. Hellman to the dish, and that one's bounced to home plate away from Posey. 3-2. Sit in the air, right field, Anderson coming on. Underneath it, a 2-handed catch. And Clavon hustles back to the bag at third.
1 out there in the fly ball, maybe you obviously push that one.
the Owls are going to intentionally walk Alford to try and set up a double play.
Here comes the 3-2, and that one's downstairs away from Posey. Runner breaks from third, the flip back to home plate, and Georgia takes the lead as Clavon sneaks in.
The lead, you see it here again, breaking ball in the dirt. Posey does the best job he can.
2-0 pitch, ripped into right field, a base knock. Runner waved around third, Alford coming home. The throw is cut off, and Georgia extends the lead in the 9th inning.
Another really good at bat, very short, but there it is, a slider left up in the zone, didn't try to do too much, and was able to barrel a great line drive to right field and get that guy in scoring position to score. So
0-2, and Kane strikes him out. Runner takes second base in the play. The 2-2 is beat down by Harry Kane. Curley's 3-2. And McDuffie earns a leadoff walk.
Just making them work.
0-1 pitch, fought off the hands, blooped in foul ground, a diving stab at it, and Alford able to make a sensational play in foul ground. Curley delivers. Cash grounds it left side of the infield, and Alford bobbles it over at third, picked up at short, and the throw is late.
they go to an off-speed pitch, they just have to
Swing and a miss.
throw something like that.
Bottom falls out in the Curley offering.
That mid-game, but that's definitely something they will need to work on and practice.
0-2, a beauty of a bender. Sudo's down looking, and Georgia scores 6 unanswered and seals into the 9th to take down Kennesaw State on the road. Curley hangs the breaker to free Sudo, and the Dogs come back and take this one 6-4.